Logitech G products aren't just made for professional gamers, they're made with them. Design by collaboration is key for creating peripherals that give pro players everything they need. And Logitech G works with esports professionals at every stage of development. Here, Chris Pate, Portfolio Manager of Gaming Gear at Logitech G, explains exactly what went into crafting the Pro Wireless gaming mouse and how it wouldn't have been possible without pro players.
Well, what we wanted to do with the Pro Wireless, we spent a lot of time with the Pro line asking pros what they want. They tell us a lot of things, but they also show us a lot of things. So one of the things that we saw a lot with pros was that they were constantly trying to figure out how to make the cord not impact the way that they played the game. So they were using mouse bungees, or they were taping it to the side of the desk, or they were doing a lot of other things to make the cord go away. They weren't explicitly saying that they wanted things to be wireless, but their actions were showing that they did want the wire to go away. So what we figured out was that if we could make a wireless mouse that was equivalent in every way to a wired mouse, so that there was no concern about wirelessness, we'd be able to solve a real big problem that pros were trying to solve in a lot of different ways.
Having no wires on a mouse is like insanely beneficial to the player. The cord always gets in the way no matter what. I've tried many different mouse bungees as well. It just always there's always a drag, you know? Having something pull on your wire that like adjusts your sensitivity a little bit. So now you have like raw, just pure aim now, you know, with the wireless, and you can go anywhere you want. You can play from anywhere on your mouse pad. You don't have to worry about anything. So it's definitely a way better thing. I think wireless is the future, and Logitech nailed it.
So we worked for quite a while on the Lightspeed wireless technology. The goal has been to deliver performance on par with a wire, or better than a wire in some of our competitors' cases, so that gamers could feel like they weren't going to have any latency, they weren't going to have any connection reliability issues. We also worked on ways to reduce the weight of the product, because fatigue sets in when you're using a mouse 10 hours a day for practice or whatever. Fatigue can set in, and the more that you can do to reduce the amount of effort required to move the mouse, the longer the player can practice without feeling that fatigue.
So the Logitech G team brought us some prototypes of the G Pro. First, I was a little skeptical, you know, another wireless mouse. They tend to be heavy, right? You know what I mean? And that's the main thing I was worried about. I never saw myself using a wireless mouse, you know? The moment we got them, I noticed that the shape was very good. It was ambidextrous, which I like, and it was really light. And I think that's like the main thing to me, is that this is the lightest mouse that I felt that is wireless, and it was like no way to me. Like, how is this wireless, you know? So I think that's the biggest thing here, is that it is so light and the shape is nice.
We had a couple things that we needed to do in terms of both the technology behind manufacturing the mouse, the physical design of it, as well as reducing the weight of components like the battery. We worked on developing a sensor that would deliver the performance that pros need without using anywhere near the power that the previous generation of sensors had. So we have a sensor that delivers exactly the performance that you got from the previous generation while using 10 times less power, which enables us to use a smaller battery, reducing weight, and also allows us to not have to give the pro a product that they have to worry about.
The wireless mouse I use right now is really heavy, and I feel like that limits my aim in a way of hitting like really long flick shots, right? Because like it takes more time, since it's so heavy, for me to like move the mouse. I noticed the main thing was, since this mouse is so light and I have control over it, I'm able to move freely, like on my mouse pad, everywhere, faster, which is, you want to be fast. As a DPS player, Widowmaker, you need to be able to react fast to people, you know, so that was huge to me.
The ethos of the Pro line is that we use pros and their feedback to develop the product line. We're developing products that are used by professional athletes to practice their craft, right? And we make these products to the exacting specifications of those pros. Their jobs are on the line, right? They don't make money if they don't win. So we need to help them with gear that helps them win. So absolutely, the pros are fundamental to the design process of all the pro gear.
Come back next week for the second part in this Design by Collaboration series to find out the challenges involved in implementing pro player feedback.